to you too. This big GW sitting here in GW Transport. I just been holding it down, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Y'all know how it is out here in these streets, out here in these truck driving streets out here. Y'all know what's up with that. Uh, yeah, man, these fuel prices, man, I'm seeing about a $800 a week decrease, something like that. And since these fuel prices done went up, and I feel sorry for the guys that got these fat truck notes, boy. Woo! Things is tight out here. You know, Trump said he gonna lower the fuel prices, and got a war going on. Fuel prices skyrocketed, went through the roof. You know, the United States has Iran surrounded, but they so scared of them. Iran is surrounded by United States military base, but they so scared that they're going to nuke us. United States has the capability to monitor weapons from afar. They'll know when you're trying to shoot off a missile or a nuclear weapon. United States, I'm sure they got spies in Iran, they got spies everywhere else. I don't understand, did we have to go in there and bomb that place? I don't know. Did we have to go in there and bomb that place? But it's all about the oil. They went in there, they got Venezuela's oil. Venezuela's oil thick. From what I hear, they mix Iran's oil is thin, Venezuela's oil is thick. They mix Iran's oil with Venezuela's oil to make it a little bit more easier to process. So it boils down to the oil or whatnot, So, man, I don't know. But and on that, man, as far as Israel and Palestine, it seems like they could relocate those people over there in Israel, the Palestinian and the over there in the Gaza Strip. From what I hear, they on lockdown in the Gaza Strip. Something like a concentration camp. Seems like those people at the Gaza Strips seem like they should be paid to move to a Muslim country, like Iran. They should be able to fly those people out, give them money to start a new life somewhere else. Let Israel have Palestine. I mean, and move people civilly. You ain't got to fight and all this type shit and lock people up. Lock people up in the Gaza Strip and things like that. You can civilly move the people to a Muslim country, and if they don't want to tell them they got to move, give them money to move. Give them money to relocate civilly, happily. You give them enough money and send them to a country and build a few apartment complexes and there's lots of Muslim countries they could relocate to or whatnot. I don't know. But anyway, yesterday I lost about 3 gallons of antifreeze going down the highway. The coolant reservoir, little small return lines, one of them popped out. They got these little clips on there. You got to make sure when you put the new lines on and you snap the clip in place, make sure that it's fully seated and grabbing the nozzle on the radiator or the coolant reservoir and do a tug test on it. This clip is very vital and important to keep that line from coming out. You got to do a tug test on it, make sure it's fully seated, and then after that, I'll wrap a little mini zip tie around it to make sure it don't come out. Shoot, few days before that, I was coming in Saturday, I believe I was coming in home Saturday, and my windshield wiper was coming off. It was sitting lopsided. It's the design. I had to fix that or whatnot. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm holding it down. I hope they open up that port so that oil can get through. I say leave Iran alone. Just monitor Iran. Leave them folks alone. Shit. We didn't bomb the hell out of them. Leave them folks alone. Trump, you like to make deals. Make deals. Why you got to bomb everybody? Damn. Shit. I mean, hell. You got to bomb those folks? Make peace with those folks. Make peace with those folks. Israel, Palestine, Iran need to make peace. Shit, the people in the Gaza Strip been bombed out. I say they could have been paid to relocate, but I don't know. So Gorilla Wayne just holding it down. I seen in the news that the EPA is going to make changes. These dealerships and truck manufacturers, starting in 2027, they, as far as your DEF system, your DEF fluid, EPA don't want the truck going into D-rate because of low quality DEF fluid or they got to make changes in 2027. They said it's not productive and it's dangerous for trucks to go into D-rate because of DEF system problems. So the EPA is making changes in that. For truck drivers, and they say farms going to benefit. Trump administration says DEF changes frequently mentioned to impact on agriculture. So them big farm equipments, they having trouble. I got a video on that DEF filter where you don't have to take that something gun out. I got a video, look it up on that, to where you don't have to take it out. Yeah. On my truck, if I see the little light that shows that the exhaust system is hot, meaning that I pull up to the pump or park and I see the light on that it shows it's high temperature in the exhaust system, that means that DEF system is cleaning that particulate filter out. I won't shut my truck off. And I will rev the engine up to about 15, 16, 1800 RPMs and help it go ahead and blow it out and let it cool down. I won't shut it off until it's done, and I might rev my engine up for 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes to help blow that soot out of there. So, yeah, they making changes to that. They didn't say anything specific. I didn't see anything specific about the DPF filter itself, but for DEF fluid. I've heard there's tricks you can, if you know where the speed sensor is. The speed sensor most of the time is on the, I know it used to be Back when I was turning wrenches, it was on the output yoke of the transmission. So uh, you unplug that, that'll stop uh the derate. And then I've heard that you pull your ABS relays. That'll stop the derate. I've heard that too. So yeah, truck drivers out here holding it down. Hey, you died and you itching to get out here trucking? Don't get out here and get no high ass truck. No, keep it under $1,000. You have to research. There's places selling trucks. There's one down there in Houston. I got a video on that too. You get a truck for $800 a month with a couple $1,000s down, and I'm pretty sure there's other places, and you can go through your bank. So everybody out there, have a blessed day out there, and I'll holler at y'all later.